What if everything you've been taught about power was a lie? Tonight, we're opening a book that has terrified kings, inspired emperors, and divided the world for more than 500 years. Some called it a masterpiece. Others called it evil, but almost everyone misunderstood it. Its name, The Prince. And once you understand what's inside, you'll never look at people or power the same way again. Our story begins not in a palace, but in a country drowning in chaos. Italy, the year 1513. The nation is shattered. City fights against city. Alliances last only until sunrise. Today's friend becomes tomorrow's executioner. Inside magnificent palaces, everyone smiles. Behind every smile, another betrayal is waiting. Power isn't inherited, power is survived. And in the middle of this brutal world, there is one man watching everything. His name, Niccolò Machiavelli, a diplomat, a strategist, a man trusted with the secrets of kings. He negotiates with rulers, walks through royal courts, studies generals, tyrants, heroes, and traitors. He learns one terrifying truth. Empires rarely fall because of enemies. Most collapse from the mistakes of the people who rule them. Then, without warning, his own world falls apart. The government is overthrown, his allies disappear, his enemies return. He is accused, arrested, interrogated, tortured. Everything he spent years building vanishes. For most men, this would be the end. For Machiavelli, it becomes the beginning. Exiled to a quiet village, he spends his days working under the burning sun, but every night, something extraordinary happens. He removes his dirty work clothes, puts on elegant robes, not because anyone is watching, because he is preparing to meet kings, not living kings, dead ones. Inside a small room filled with old books, he enters another world. He later writes, "I enter the courts of the ancients and speak with them without shame." Alexander, Caesar, the rulers who shaped civilization, night after night, he asks them one question: how does power survive? The answers become a manuscript, a dangerous manuscript, one that history would fear. He calls it The Prince. At first glance, it looks like advice for a ruler, but beneath every page, something darker is hidden, a truth about human nature, one we've spent centuries pretending doesn't exist. As children, we're taught to believe good people always win. Be honest, be kind, trust others, do the right thing. But Machiavelli asks a question so uncomfortable, most people never dare answer it. If goodness alone creates great leaders, why did so many honorable kings lose everything? And why did ruthless rulers rule for generations? His answer changes everything. People don't follow kindness, not at first. They follow certainty. When your decisions constantly change, your authority disappears. When you stand firm, especially under pressure, people begin to believe that you cannot be moved, and belief is where power begins. This is why some people enter a room, say almost nothing, yet everyone watches them. It isn't confidence, it isn't charisma, it's reputation, the invisible force, built long before they arrived. This is where the world got Machiavelli wrong. He never glorified cruelty. He analyzed consequences. He wasn't teaching people to become monsters. He was explaining why history rewards those who understand reality instead of fantasy. Because leaders aren't judged by what they intended, they're judged by what everyone remembers. And memory creates reputation. Reputation creates influence. Influence creates power. But hidden inside the prince is one final question, perhaps the most dangerous one of all. If people don't respond to reality, but to perception, then who truly controls the world? The one with the truth, or the one who controls what everyone believes? That answer changes everything. And it's exactly where our story goes next.